Well, hello there to my Cappies. All right, Capricorns, let's get into it. This reading is for the 1st of July. You're probably watching this on June 30th, so happy 1st of the month in advance through the 8th of July. Let's get into it. So we're technically, we are still in a cycle. Okay, so make sure you protect your energy. Okay, make sure you protect your energy, right? So protect your energy. You're trying to move into a new cycle, a whole new cycle. So please protect your energy. Let's get into it. Let's see what it looks like for you for these next couple of days. So this cycle officially ends on the 4th of July. So in some parts of the world, that's Independence Day. So remember, we started out this cycle in a new moon in Gemini. Gemini's card is the Lover's card, and the Lover's card is about partnerships and decisions, right? So somebody has decided no more dysfunctional partnerships, no more dysfunctional partnerships in business, and no more dysfunctional partnerships in love. Okay, right? So all right, let's get into it, Capricorns. Remember, and also your ruling planet is Saturn. It's one of Aquarius' ruling planets too. Saturn has gone retrograde. Yay! Right? So, yay. Retrograde, right? So now there's two planets that's retrograde. Pluto and Saturn are retrograde. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's see what's in your cards. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with your reading. All right. Somebody has a guardian angel on the other side. Somebody has transitioned. Somebody who has transitioned. So somebody's helping you to be financially independent. I love it. Somebody's helping you to be financially independent. Look, so you come from a long line, and this came out in another reading too. You come from a long line of people who are really no respecter of person. Like you would go, you root for people who are, you'll stay there with people who are that on their, like they at their lowest point in life, their crown is falling off. You're really no respecter of person. You'll stay there in the trenches with people when they're going through at their lowest point. But what Source is trying to tell you, what you've learned from being around other people like that, people will leave you high and dry. They will leave you broke. They will leave you just like them, no matter how good of a heart you have. So maybe you watch mom or dad stay there with people and help their family out, and their family was just left them, and betrayed them. You may have seen that, and so you have vowed that, hey, like, you're not gonna be like that. So that could have. So you said, somebody made a decision. You got the message loud and clear. As much as you may think that was, honorable for maybe mom or dad to be there for their family members, somebody may have seen, like, I'm not gonna be like that. Like, I'm not, as much as that they may be nice, but you may have seen how people left your parents or somebody high and dry. Sometimes that's all it takes for kids to see how, like, people to leave their parents, then see their parents helping out their siblings, or see their parents helping out other family members, aunts, uncles, cousins, or whatever, and see how they left them high and dry, to say, you know what? You never know when kids witness stuff, when they see that and they go, I'm never going to do that. That's not going to be me. So somebody you witnessed, like you had to fit. The reason I know that is because I'm looking at the Pentacles card. Pentacles card deal with the physical existence of things. And something for somebody you saw that you were like, I'm going to be financially independent. And so just make sure it's not to the extreme, though. Like to the extreme, like I ain't helping nobody out. Right? Make sure it's balanced. Make sure it's balanced out. In other words, you want to make sure you help yourself first, so that you have something. And that's a very smart way of looking at it. Is like, okay, let me make sure my cup is full, so I can make sure I have something to give to somebody else before, I can help somebody else. Some people, they go to the extreme. You may have watched, like, mom or dad overgive to a point that they was always broke, or they were always, like literally living from paycheck to paycheck, because every part of their check they allotted to giving to somebody, helping this person, helping that person, and never had anything. So, that's a very powerful image for somebody. So when the moon is moving from Aries into Taurus, you as an earth sign dealing with, needing that security of like home and being around people and that kind of thing, that could have been traumatic for you, of like just having to just like always feel like uncovered and unprotected and being betrayed and that kind of stuff. And so somebody has made a decision. Hey, you decided, hey, you want to be financially independent. You're not going to be dependent on people, so they can leave you uncovered and unprotected and just kind of out in the cold fending for yourself, that kind of thing. So somebody has made a decision. So good for you. Good for you. Good for you. So yeah. So that's the decision somebody made. And so I feel like with your twin energy too, somebody has already made that decision too. That person also has to be financially independent. And so I feel like somebody may have had to, you may have hung in there with somebody, because you're seeing it from a higher frequency. Somebody may have hung in there with somebody who was, you try to hang in there with them and try to help them out financially, only for them to be leaving you high and dry. And you said, oh no, now you're planting some new seeds. You're not doing that ever again. You're not doing that ever again. All it takes is one gold digger. I'm serious. All it takes is one gold digger. And I'm talking, that's not gender specific, right? So here we have 9 of Wands. Somebody went through it with a fire sign. All it takes is to be in business with somebody to cause your business to go bankrupt, or be married to somebody to cause your money to just go all burned out and dried up. All it takes is one time. And so somebody could have watched an overgiver in your family, to a point where you may have thought that you were an overgiver until you see how it affects them. And you may have made a commitment between the ages of 0 and 7 that'll never be you. Because that's when you're the Pentacles root chakra is developed between the ages of 0 and 7. Somebody made a decision that'll never be you. And it's not that you're judging anybody. You're just making a decision that's not going to be you. So now that somebody's in the light about some things, and Source is saying you're actually being rewarded for having a mindset to make sure you're taking care of yourself first. So when you feel like you're dealing with people who are just takers, you're like, you getting on your horse and you giddying up. Giddy up. I love it. So Source is actually rewarding you for, seeing things from a higher frequency now. I feel like somebody may, now that somebody's in the light, the more and more you come into the light about some things, maybe you've had some conversations with loved ones and just kind of sort of see their way of thinking about things. And things are starting to make more sense to you now, right? So here's a death card, came out twice. Yeah. So yeah. So plus you have a guardian angel that's trying to help you. So 2 types of situations in particular are going to end, meaning that, there were some energies that were trying to kind of empty out any compassion that you would have had about some people leaving you uncovered and unprotected and, that kind of thing. They're toxins trying to project their toxins onto you, their judgment about certain people onto you. That's coming out of you. That's like, you're having more compassion now towards things, and that's what Source is actually rewarding you for. Your feelings about something is changing because this is inherited, right? And so you're moving on. You're saying you're there's some kind of rite of passage. You're getting away from that disappointment. Like, I can't believe. It's like it's 2 energies. You're starting to see things from a higher frequency now. Like somebody really did not. There was whoever these energies are trying to be toxic about. This right here is really inherited. This is like a person who's like, if you ever heard people say, all it takes is for you to watch. All it takes is for for kids to say like a parent stayed in an unhealthy relationship, and you're like, okay, why didn't they just leave? Why didn't, and the parent in their mind justifying, well, I just want, you didn't understand such and such at the time, and the kids are like, why didn't you just leave? And the kids like, well, the parents are like, well, you didn't understand. I just wanted to make sure the family stayed together and all this other stuff. And so somebody is starting to have a different level of, different kind of mindset now. So anyway, here we have the 6 of Swords here. And so some kind of partnership, some kind of decision has been made, some kind of partnership, just to make sure that you Something is different. Here we have the Four of Swords. I mean, Four of Wands here. Yeah, so somebody is getting away from your way of thinking. It's just you're just stuck on that way of thinking. So somebody has new love coming across their path. Somebody could possibly getting married. Somebody could be getting married. Also, here we have the seven and Ace of Wands here. So there's more fire here. Yep. So yeah, so somebody is definitely getting away from just holding on, the responsibility of holding on to just like these two negative, toxic types of belief systems. There's two energies that are very judgmental of one energy in particular. Somebody is like getting away from that, that type of mindset and starting to see it from more of a humanitarian point of view. So now it looks like you're getting away from that, just that karmic way of thinking, that judgmental way of thinking, and moving more towards sacred bonds with people. You're starting to understand things a little deeper now. Something was really confusing somebody just couldn't figure out for the life of them. It was like, why? It'd be like you judging your parents and like, okay, I don't understand why my parents stayed together. I don't understand why my parents broke up. I don't understand why my sister and brother, or my so-and-so, or my cousin and my friend, I don't understand this and that, until they start talking to you and you start understanding their point of view through their lens. That's what I'm seeing here in the cards, right? So you're making some decisions on your own for you, for what works best for you, what inspires you. And so stability is what inspires you, right? The physical existence of things is what inspires you. That's kind of somebody's love language. Like, okay, I want the house. I want the, I want the family. I want to make sure I want people to be covered and protected. I don't look at it as a toxic situation. People move however they move. So somebody's just looking at things a lot differently. And for that, Source is bringing marriage into somebody's life with your twin energy. And also, like I said, love interest in somebody's life, but it's also helping you to move away from, you have ancestors that's helping you to move on from just other people's harsh judgment of others. Here we have Two of Pentacles here. So somebody may meet their love interest listening to music. That may be something you all share in common. You and somebody may share something in common. Or it could be you and somebody who was harshly judged may share something in common, right? Yeah. So whatever it is, somebody is starting to look at, because that number 8, right? It's like you're starting to see something through their soul, through their lens, through their eyes, right? And so to help you to get to the rebirth side of things. It could be through somebody's mother who was being judged, because the Chariot card is Cancer. Cancer is the mother of the Zodiac sign. So somebody was definitely trying to make somebody's mom seem like she was very, very toxic. Like that's like making somebody's mother seem like she comes across as very toxic in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But I feel like the more and more somebody talks to their mom, if your mom is still alive, or you learn more about somebody's mom from other people, I feel like somebody is going to start looking at things through a different, going to start seeing things through a different lens. Yeah, so a lot of stuff is starting to come to light about some things. Here we have the Ten of Pentacles. Here we also have the Three of Pentacles. The Four. Somebody must have inherited some kind of gift of music or something, because I'm seeing this again here. So these two things came out here. Two of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. Right? So something is let me see how I can put this together. 5, 4. Okay. First of all, somebody was dealing with two very toxic energies because we're talking about water energy right here. This is water. Some kind of deep resentment or jealousy or something having to do with a connection between, because water is shaped and guided by the earth that holds and surrounds it, right? And so it was like somebody was trying to empty you of any kind of emotion. We talking about water is emotions, feelings, intuition, subconscious habits, moods, or somebody's like trying to empty you of your water. It's like how you. It's no way somebody can empty you of your water. Like, and that's where that creativity is. Like, the seed was planted, water, something grow. Like it's somebody like was trying to literally empty you of something and pour something into you, like pour something else into you. So source is saying you're learning how to keep people out of your business. You're learning how to keep people out of your business as you are moving into building a legacy with someone. You and somebody will be building a very rich legacy together and learning how to create a very firm boundary as you're learning how to keep people out of your business. Yeah. Yeah, 9, 9, and 10. Yeah, so you and somebody are learning how to keep people out of your business as you're continuing to move forward. Does this look like it's been a lot of judgment going on here? When I look at your cards here, I'm just trying to look at your cards like, wow. Yeah, so as you are making some decision as far as dysfunctional relationships, somebody has learned how to be very private, not in a sneaky way. It's like you're really now. When I was talking about it in a way like it's levels to getting to your throne. Like it's levels to, letting people get close to you. Especially since you've come through, you've been burned many times. People have talked about you, judged you, those kind of things, left you uncovered. In some way, shape, and then to add insult to injury. Insult to injury, I think so insult to injury, people have betrayed you in that way. So here we have the 8 of Swords here we have the 9 of Cups. We also have the 5 of Cups here. We also have the 8 of Cups and also the Devil card. Yeah. So and so the insult to injury part would be like left you uncovered and then turn around and demonized you. Those types of energies, right? So Source is saying to you, here we have the 8 of Swords. So when I'm looking at your cards here, your wishes are being fulfilled. Here we have the 9 of Cups. So your wishes are being fulfilled. You've moved beyond. Now that your wishes are being fulfilled, there's other people who try to empty you of all of, whoever they try to turn you against. They're now lamenting, or they will be lamenting, because they haven't able. It's like trying to wring somebody out to dry. Like that's crazy. That don't even make any sense. Here we also have the 8 of Cups here. So you're moving on from that past disappointment. It's like somebody woke up one night and just decided, I'm moving on from that disappointment and finally getting some rest. So congratulations. Yeah. So somebody's starting to do the mirror work. The more and more you start doing the mirror work, and the more you start, seeing yourself, in a different light, and start showing your self-compassion and making some firm decisions of how, just from a compassionate standpoint, getting away from people who like to harshly judge other people. They don't want you to see the whole big picture. They want you, it's like a form of mind control. They don't want you to see the big picture. They just want you to see just through their lens. Oh, somebody left you uncovered. They left you, kind of out in the wilderness. They don't care about you. They this and that, and so Source is saying, but you're starting to see, like I said, demonizing you and all of this other stuff. Source is saying you're starting to see things through a different lens. So you're starting to see things through a different lens. Let's see what else we got going on here. Here we have the 7 of Pentacles. Here we have the Hangman. Here we also have the 4 of Pentacles, the 9 of Pentacles, the 5 of Pentacles, and also the Sun card. Yeah. What people were seeing is that it was causing you to feel like this, emotionally wounded. Yeah, something was causing somebody to feel it. That's what now somebody's learning how to do, is just keep people out of their business. That's what it really is boiling down to. It's like you're learning how to keep people out of your business at this point. So you and here we have 5. You and somebody coming together are financially independent. Y'all are keeping people out of your business. Here we have the Nine of Pentacles here. So Source is putting you together with a group of financially independent people who everybody's keeping people out. It's like a community of people coming together. Here we have the Seven of Pentacles here, planting seeds. The seeds are, the roots are deep. You know, y'all not wasting a whole lot of time being around energies. You know, once you find out that people want access to how you're making your money, all of it, obviously it's all legit, it's above board, you know, everybody's doing stuff legal, you know, but when you're around people who are harshly judging other people about like where they live, they like to just talk a bunch of trash, how people was raised, you know, judging people, how they were nurtured and all of this other stuff, or try to act like they're better than and all of this other stuff. That's not the crew you want to be a part of. You're not spending a whole lot of time around that because you already know what it feels like to be a part of that. Here's a sun card right here. Yeah, it's just like dims people's light. Here we have the hangman. So Source is saying, hang in there with yourselves. You know, hang in there with yourself. Things are just lining up perfectly for you. Yeah. It just dims your light. It just causes you feel like you're waiting on some kind of success. Like you just almost. I feel like somebody just felt like they wanted to be a part of something. And I guarantee you that. When you're talking to people who try to make you feel like you weren't nurtured properly, or you should have known this and you should have known certain things and people should have invested this in you and they should have invested and you should have been farther along and all of this other stuff, it doesn't make you feel good when people talk negatively about how you were raised. No matter who you are, it doesn't make you feel good. So somebody is just learning how to, and I don't think it affects anybody that you may have shared anything with either. I don't think if it was your parents, I don't think they really. I think they're above all of that. If your parents are still alive, I don't think they care for real. I don't think they care because it's a whole backstory, and the more and more you learn about it, the more and more you say, "Oh, okay, I didn't know this, I didn't know that." I don't think most parents care. I don't think most. When I look at the cards here, I'm just thinking like I don't think most parents would be like, oh, okay, yeah, well, you didn't know that. It's not even that big of a deal. They're not wasting time. Let's see. So yeah, you're just learning how to keep people out of your business. Let me see here. And so that may be a conversation for somebody. It's just like, yeah, you may want to learn how to keep people out of your business because you may have not have known. So. Here we have 2 and 3 is 5, 5 and 5 is 10, 10. We got 9 and 9 here. Yeah, so I don't see this at 4 and 4 is 8. I don't see it being a big conversation. Like I just don't see it being a big conversation. I don't see, but I see it making somebody feel some kind of way though. That's what I see it making for somebody maybe feeling some kind of way. And so possibly like, you know, feeling judged at some point or maybe some kind of demonized in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Like where you were raised, where you came from. I think somebody's going to start embracing it from now on, actually. That's what I think, looking at your cards here. Every now and then, looking at your cards here, now that your third eye is open, every now and then, because I see you getting ready to be booked and busy, and not burdened at all. You have the gift of claircognizance, that psychic knowledge about other people. It is time to do the dispenser of justice is in your favor. Sacral chakra cleanse. Your laughter is medicine. You're not going backwards to all that. You're protected by angels. Wealth is within your reach. The curse is now broken. Like I said, when I'm seeing here in the cards, that's like people were trying to empty you. It's like somebody trying to empty you of your heritage. Like somebody trying to empty you of your culture, of your ethnicity, or trying to empty you of the very fiber of your being. Like somebody trying to empty you of who you are, right? And just trying to deposit themselves into you like you're not, like you should be ashamed of who you are or something, right? So but the curse is now broken. So the more and more you start to embrace all parts of you, whoever's tuned into this, the more and more you'll start to say, okay, it's time to open up your vault and leave certain people out of it. So whatever curse was going on is broken. And the curse was just people just constantly just pouring their toxins into you. Like constantly judging you, constantly judging this, judging that. But that was more or less about how they felt about themselves. That's really just about how they felt about themselves. Make room for a new blessing. Like people were trying to box you in, like trying to like trying to judge you, box you in. Here we have heart chakra cleanse. So, yeah, your next love interest will make you happier. Trust your first mind. Yeah, somebody. Here we have. Don't give yourself a headache over it. Somebody's not happy without you, but your peace is paramount. Like I said before, I do see your money growing. I do see you learning. Less time you putting into something. You and somebody. I really don't feel like whoever someone try to demonize in your life. It's unfortunate that people try to demonize people's parents and don't really know the backstory about people's parents and don't know their story. They just try to compare their parents and your parents and this kind of stuff. And they don't really know the backstory. But Source is saying you're learning how to just keep people out of your life. You're learning that there's levels to your throne. So I don't think if somebody's parents are still alive, I don't think that your parents really care, because it's they don't have access to their vault to know what's going on in their lives, right? So it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Even if they thought they had access to your parents' vault, they don't. So it doesn't matter. So what do you need to release? Yeah. Yeah, what do you need to release? There's really nothing anybody should be ashamed or embarrassed of, really. That's a choice, to be ashamed or embarrassed. Yeah, but you deserve success, and that's exactly what you're getting. I see your money growing. So congratulations to you all. Congratulations. I see your money growing. Keep people out of your business. However you growing your money, as long as it's legal and legit, you good. Yep, that's what I'm seeing. Allowing. So here we go. Radical acceptance says yes to reality in any given moment, so what's needed can come next. So yeah. So congratulations on somebody meeting their person. Congratulations on getting married. Congratulations on, like I said, your money growing, and possibly somebody could be relocating and just, but keep people out of your business. Stop telling people about your family and stop telling people all this stuff. It's like somebody giving people just ammunition, but somebody had to learn by being burned by very immature, gossipy spirits that like to compare, their life to other people's lives, and now your third eye is open. Now you can defend your decision not to go backwards, so now that something is closed out, now you can finally get some rest. You won't sabotage yourself anymore. You may have been disappointed, but hey, it is what it is. Move on. And now you're at a higher frequency. You're lamenting over it. So meditate and contemplate. There's nothing to be overwhelmed by. As the moon waxes and wanes through these zodiac signs, you may remember some stuff and just get overwhelmed at first, but then it moves into the next zodiac sign. It stays in the zodiac sign every 2.5 days and then moves to the next one, right? So ride the wave, ride those emotions. That's what your moon sign is about. When you feel like, okay, I don't know why I'm having these feelings. That's why I talk about your moon sign so much. Make sure you're doing something to nurture yourselves every single day. That is your moon sign. So after you finish pouring out, so that you're not waiting for some complete breakdown to happen where you just like, oh my God, I'm having a horrible day and this is all such and such broke loose. What am I supposed to do now? If you're doing your moon sign, whatever, every single day, nurturing yourself every single day, It's literally like you just riding a wave. Like, okay, it's not even that deep. My money's flowing. Okay, sometimes it's flowing, sometimes it's not flowing the way it's supposed to. Love is flowing, sometimes it's not. Just having this day is happening, this day, in and out, this waxing and waning. It's not even that stressful. First question is for the moon in Taurus is how often do you feel true pleasure? This is your moon may be in Taurus, but even if it's not in Taurus, please find out what your moon sign is and find out, go to Google. All this information is free. Free. Second question for the moon in Taurus is, do you feel guilty about pursuing pleasure? Third question is, where are the energy blockages and places of tension located in your body? Fourth question is, can you discern how your body says yes to some things and no to others? And then last but not least is, what does your body need? What does your body need? So, whatever it is, looking at your cards here, when I look at your cards, last thing is, whatever you share with somebody, Capricorn, whatever you share with somebody, be okay with it getting out. So learn how to test people with like a little bit of information. So if it gets out, then you already know, okay, you test them with it and they tell somebody, then you're like, okay, I can't trust them. I can't trust them with anything. Or you can trust them. Some people you can't trust with anything. You tell them since we had a full strawberry moon, you tell them, hey, I don't like strawberries. They go tell the whole world, okay, I can't tell you that. Even if you do like strawberries, they don't. So just like I said, somebody is learning about very judgmental and competitive spirits. That's what somebody is learning about. That's what somebody had to learn the hard way. Very judgmental and competitive spirits. And how damaging they are. No matter how much you try to find what you have in common with them, no matter how much you try to speak their love language, because they are constantly going through spiritual warfare. For them, they will burn down everybody's life until they get what they want. Sources saying to you, there is no compromising with those types of energies because they haven't figured out how to nurture themselves. So they will ruin everybody's life until they get what they want. Sources saying, stay out of their way. That is why your loved ones have already forgiven you, even if you're just now learning this. Your loved ones have already forgiven you. You just learned the lesson. So just learn the lesson. That is what I have for you. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. And that is why it backfired on the very energies that thought, oh, we're going to come in and create some kind of dissension between Capricorn and their loved ones. And we're going to mess that whole situation up because they'll burn down everything with their narcissism to mess up your relationships, thinking that, because that's their demons. They like to create dissension. And so, but your loved ones already recognize that those are demons. Not them being demons. That's their demons. That's their crosses to bear. And so when your loved ones recognize it, they've already forgiven you and already prayed for you. That's not a problem for you. You just move on with your life. They praying that you find somebody that's not going to do that to you again. So all you have to do is learn how to, this world card right here, learn how to create very firm boundaries and not be afraid to enforce those boundaries. In other words, keep people out of your vault door. Number 2, I am diplomatic. So you have great talent for finding solutions. Your intuitive and unbiased nature allow you to see all sides of any solution and advise others towards the most fair and beneficial outcome. Yeah, fair and beneficial outcome. So you're being rewarded. Source is actually rewarding you for moving on from some things. 2 things are over. You're now seeing things from a higher frequency. Nobody cares about all that. Like I said, if you've been holding on to some feelings of, I don't know, who knows what the emotion is, release it. Close out the cycle. Nobody cares. Least of all, who cares if it's somebody's mother that somebody was judging? Your mom's still alive. Trust me, she don't care. She don't care. She's already been judged, so she don't even care at all. So So anyway, that is what I have for you. If it's somebody's father that's being judged, your father probably don't care either. That's the thing about wisdom. They've been on a planet, they already know. They already know how people, who's wasting their time on that. That's what I have for you. Hopefully those questions you have the questions. Hopefully they're very helpful. Don't forget to find out what your moon sign is. And nurture yourselves every single day. But how this is going to play itself out, just so you all know, no matter how hard the energies that judged you for what you share with them, the exact same thing is going to happen to them. No matter how they try to avoid it, the same thing is going to happen to them. Watch. You may not hear about it for years, but however it happens, it's going to happen to them. And so that's what, and they'll say, oh, that will never happen to me. I would never do such and such and such and such. But you never know how it comes back around when you speak on people. That's why I always talk about keeping it on the throne. Keep it on the throne. So your blessings are already here. You don't have anything to worry about. So that's what I have for you, Capricorns. I'll see you all in the next reading. Bye.